What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tune In Gaming. My name's Evan,
I'm Zach.
and this is the long-awaited return of Diamond in the Rough.
Woo!
We're very excited to bring it back. It's one of our favorite shows, one of the first ones we started doing, and I'm pretty pumped. Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into it. For those of you who don't know, Diamond in the Rough is a show in which Zach and I go out and try and find underplayed, kind of cheap games. And we play them, we review them, and we let you know whether or not they are worth buying. If they're worth buying, they're a diamond in the rough. If they're not, they are not diamond in the rough, and we call them rocks amongst rocks. Yeah.
That's the thing that we
That's
do.
the thing that we do. This time, we kind of strayed from that explanation a little bit.
A little bit.
And we played Dirge of Cerberus. It's a Final Fantasy VII spin-off with the secret character Vincent from Final Fantasy VII as the main character. The cinematic graphics are from the Advent Children movie. I love this game. Really enjoy this game. Vincent Valentine is one of my favorite characters to ever be in a video game, and him having his own game is fantastic. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Now, me having not played the Final Fantasy series, wasn't a huge fan because, you know, I didn't really care about the story at all. But I could totally see, you know, from your perspective of being into the story. Definitely.
You definitely have to have played 7. You'd have to have played 7. Advent Children doesn't really have any tie-in to this game. But yeah, you definitely have to have played 7 because it's kind of a follow-up story. Lots of things that happened in 7 are why the things are happening in this game. So for me, it was awesome to have somewhat of a continuation. For Zach, he just didn't know what the hell was going on.
All these things are happening.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the reason why I decided that we could choose this game as our Diamond in the Rough is because even though I know a ton of people who have played Final Fantasy VII, maybe 1 out of 10 of those people have played Dirge of Cerberus, which is amazing to me because I bought it the day it came out and played it multiple times and loved it. I love the game. It's so good. So good. But yeah, so you basically play as Vincent Valentine. You run around through different little cities, and it's kind of a checkpoint kind of game. It's a shooter, so you run around. You've got like a magic spell. You got your gun. You've got some melee, and you've got like his ultimate power, which if you played 7, you know what it is. If you haven't, then play the game and find out because it's pretty rad. And yeah, so you go and it's objective based, and you run around and you can kind of gear it to your style of play. You can play more melee, you can play more shoot 'em up, but overall it's more of a shoot 'em up game because that's kind of his thing. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty decent gameplay. The crosshair for the gun is a little large.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
However, it seems like it's super easy to still get headshots.
Yeah.
Like just headshots all day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Didn't really make tons of sense, but whatever.
Yeah. It's definitely. I mean, we were also playing it on one of the easier difficulties.
Yeah.
But by no means is it a hard game. It's a pretty easy game. You can fly through it pretty quick.
Yeah, and like it being a spin-off game, you would expect it to be more story oriented than.
Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. You can do some cool things in it. You can edit your gun, so you can give it a longer barrel, a shorter barrel. You can give it a scope. You can give it laser sights. You can give it different. If you know what materia is from playing Final Fantasy VII, you can do materia attachments, and then you can like fire off fire, or you know, any of those kind of little things.
Customization.
Yeah,
far ahead of its time.
Definitely, because when the hell was this released? It was released a long time ago. PS2, so pretty long time ago.
It's ancient.
2006.
Oh, good lord. That's before Call of Duty had weapon customization. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably not, actually. Who knows?
That was around the time of like Call of Duty 2.
Yeah. I never played any of those.
Dude, the best one.
Alright. But yeah, you can do a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's got recurring characters from the games and the movie. Again, the cinematics are based off of the Evan Children movie, so the cinematics are phenomenal. The in-game gameplay, not so much.
For its time, though.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Well,
yeah.
even still, there were some games for PS2 that were a little better back when this came out, but overall, it's still pretty decent. Playing it now is kind of difficult, but it's definitely one that I like to go back and pick up every now and again.
Definitely.
Anything you want to say about it? From a non-biased standpoint?
I don't know, like, the game itself was interesting. The boss battles were kind of cool. I think we played like 2 boss battles. Yeah. They were interesting. They were pretty cool. I like that, you know, again, it has that customization option with the gun. It has a lot of different, you know, just ways you can play the game, which is cool. Not something, again, I would pick up without having played Final Fantasy VII, but, you know, if you have, which I know I'm like the odd one out that hasn't, probably worth checking out.
Yeah. Definitely. So my opinion on this game is it is definitely a diamond in the rough. If you're a fan of the series, pick this bad boy up if you can find it. This is my personal copy that I've owned for a while, so we didn't actually go and hunt for this.
Yeah.
I paid full price for it when it was out. However, I looked up online and you can get it for between $10 to $20. So decent price. It's definitely not marked up for like people wanting it. It's not in demand at all, so it's, you know, it's a pretty cheap
price.
Reasonable price, for a PS2 game. So personally, I say check it out, and I do say that it is indeed a diamond in the rough.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, the cutscenes and stuff, because they are the you know, the animation style of the movie. There's some pretty intense cutscenes, and much like games like God of War or Metal Gear Solid, those kind of games, you can basically just watch the cutscenes and it's like enjoying a movie.
Yeah, like that opening cutscene, I was really impressed.
Yeah,
like if being a PS2 game, I kind of went into it thinking, it's, you know, wasn't expecting anything, and kind of blew me away a bit. So.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a good one. And again, I'm like super biased about it, but I love it. And having never played the series, and he still agrees with what I'm saying. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, you guys will too, because it's a good game. It's a good game. Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right. So, Dirge of Cerberus, PS2, Final Fantasy VII spin-off with Vincent Valentine, Down in the Rough. Pick that bad boy up. That's all I got.
Yeah.
There
you go.
Check it out. Thanks for tuning in. If you like the video, you know,
makes sense, right?
Makes sense. That's why it's there.
Fucking smart.
Comment, subscribe, sign up for Loot Crate in the bottom. Check out all our other social medias. There's so much stuff you can do, so do it all. Just if you're already subscribed, don't hit subscribe, because then you'll unsubscribe.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
You know, you're not new to this. You should know.
Yeah. You're not 5.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. It's good seeing y'all. We'll see you next time.
Reeve. I don't know what you're up to, but I want absolutely no part of it.
But you fought alongside us 3 years ago. We need your help once more.
Reeve.
That was a close one. I never was good at fighting. Luckily, I came out wearing Reeve. You're really not a bad bloke, are you, Vincent? You pretend not to care, but you always come through in the end.